Hey guys, we had an incredible time here in Novi Sad. We met so many amazing people, and our friend Sonia and her brother Stefan were the best hosts ever. We had so much fun touring the city and trying new things, and we're really sad to leave, but you know, this life, you have to keep going, and onward we go to a city which I cannot pronounce, but the name is right here, to do a Workaway. So we're excited to do that. Good morning guys, welcome to another episode of Human Who Travels. So today I'm going to show you around the property where we've been staying for the last 10 days as a workaway. Alright, so we are in Serbia in a village called Kamenika, and it's slightly on the eastern side of Serbia but still central. We're staying on a farm. Alright, so this is the house that we have been living in, and there's 4 kids that are here.
My name is Maddie. Yes, I'm Maria. I'm Konstantin.
And who is this? You know what time it is? Disco time!
Okay, here's the dog. Hi Otto! This dog is crazy! This dog picks up bricks with its mouth. Otto!
अपन रहते हैं सख्ती से, अपन ऐसे पिघलते नहीं है.
Okay. Anyway, every day between 8 and 12, the kids are at school, so it's just a half day. During that time, we get to work because when the kids are here, things are crazy, very hectic. And when the kids are not here, it's quiet and you can actually focus on getting things done. So we're editing videos for Human Who Travels, or we're doing actual work for the property. So you can see this is a walnut tree. So one of the jobs that I've been doing is getting a nutcracker and cracking the walnuts. I can show you guys that later because we always use walnuts for everything. All right, so it's a beautiful property. It's huge. There is a huge lawn, and I think in the summer this would be a lot of fun for the kids.
अरे बनवारी, मैं राजू बोल रहा हूँ. हाँ सुन, मेरे को ना एक बंगला चाहिए. Race course और golf course के बीच में.
There's actually a trampoline, so I don't know how many of you guys had trampolines growing up, but I never did, and I always wanted one. It was like, if your family was cool and you had a big backyard and you were super modern, then you had a trampoline.
Oh my God! Wow!
We never had a trampoline, but we did have a very cool homemade swing. Similar to this one. However, our swing, you could actually go from the roof to the top of the fence. So it was pretty dangerous, which is why I loved it so much. Okay, so over here we have a horse. The horse's name is Tio. Tio! Now, I am not really a horse person. I don't know that much about horses. I didn't grow up with them, but I'm comfortable around them. Yeah, see, here's Otto going crazy. Otto! Otto, hey boy. We love German Shepherds, but this one is a bit psycho. Look at that. He's trying to pick up that stone. Otto, don't do it, don't do it. You're just gonna hurt yourself. Honey, honey, don't do it. Okay, so oftentimes Devang will come out here with the boys and play football or something. There's also 2 cats that are not owned by this family, but they often come around here, and one of them is so funny. She jumps on my shoulder, and then I put my arm out like this, and she perches on my forearm. She just sits there like, you know, I'm losing strength trying to hold up this probably 5 kg animal, and she's just very chilled out. She has full trust in me. All right, so now we're going to enter the family's tiny garden. Go through the gate here. Okay. All right, so it's pretty cold in the winter. Every year in Serbia, they're getting less and less snow, which is a common phenomenon I've seen in countries that we've been traveling to, that the climate is less cold than it used to be, and sometimes summers are actually hotter than they used to be. So things are changing, and we all know why, because of climate change. Okay, so this is the wood that they use for the fire inside to keep the place warm. you know, with European countries, like I had this kind of perception that I was going to be freezing the whole time. How am I going to survive? Yes, I've traveled, but I'm still at my core a California girl, and I love my sunshine. But actually the trick is that their houses are all really hot inside, and you just don't go out that much, you know, unless you have to work, which in this case we do. So this is where I actually collected the greens for a salad I made on Christmas. Yeah. So I don't know how the mother, whose name is Nana, I don't know how she has all the time she does to keep this place maintained. It's pretty amazing, but I think the key is really the Workawayers, which is what we're doing here. This is our third Workaway, and we are staying for 11 days. So that's pretty typical for us because we are always on the move. It's really nice to be able to stop for 10 days and get to know some people well and like really understand your surroundings, become comfortable with a bit of a routine, but then again, keep moving. It's always about balance. For me, traveling, you really have to find out what's your style because everyone has different needs and preferences. So some people can travel like non-stop, but for me, I need to kind of settle down somewhere and get to know the place, and then I can go out for a few more weeks and kind of fast-paced go through cities and just keep going and have new adventures and, you know, say hello and goodbye to the same person on the same day, because you don't really get the chance to meet people and get to know them really well. So that's one cool thing about Workaway is you stop, you take a breath, you get to meet some people, you learn some new skills as well. If we want to get groceries, that's one thing though that's a little challenging. If you want to get groceries here, you have to have a car. And even like there's a place that's called Bar. It's 5 kilometers away, and I went there on Christmas to get some last minute ingredients that I didn't have, and I couldn't find them. There were so many things that were not available because there is no big supermarket here. So the nearest big supermarket is like 30 kilometers away. It's a long distance. So anyway, this is where they do wood chopping. This is the shed where they have the wood that needs to be chopped. Yeah, actually, someone almost broke the axe the other day because they didn't use the correct technique, and I don't know who it was. It wasn't me though. I would like to learn how to chop wood, but that's another thing. If you're only here for 10 days, you don't really get the opportunity to hone in on a skill. You kind of, you know, you're just passing through. So I think at some point it would be really fun for us to do a Workaway for a long period of time, if possible. Okay guys, so this has been the outside of the house. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit more about Workaway. For those of you who are interested in trying Workaway, let me tell you why it's a good thing. Number one, you don't pay for your accommodation, and what's cheaper than free? You know, so a lot of backpackers who quit their jobs and are traveling or are earning very little are able to do Workaways and extend their travels for many more months than they otherwise could because they're not paying for accommodation. In Serbia, let's talk about like Belgrade, Novi Sad, you know, these cities. Typical, you're gonna pay $20 to $25 a night. So it's not cheap. Yeah, you can get maybe $15 at the lowest, but let's say on average $20 a night. So in a week you're spending like $140. Okay, and we've been here for 10 days, so we have saved a lot of money just doing that. So you save money. Also, some Workaways, they cover your food. Okay, so this Workaway, we don't pay for food or accommodation. Some Workaways you do have to pay for food. When we were in Uganda, we had to pay for our food. But because it was Uganda, it was cheap. It was like maybe $4 a day per person. Not too bad. The one in Zimbabwe that we did, that was covered. Food and accommodation was fully covered. Okay, so I'm gonna take you guys inside. Okay guys, so this is the house. This is the entryway. In here we have the pantry. The pantry is where they keep all the dry food. So on the first day that I arrived, I organized this whole thing. But by 24 hours later, it was already pretty crazy. But that's the thing, when you have so many people, you have to buy a lot of food. It's very difficult to keep things organized. Okay, so we go through here. This is the job board. So this board tells us what we need to be doing. Okay, so here we have the daily jobs. These jobs never change. So chopping, collecting firewood, letting the chickens in and out, refilling the filtered water, watering the greenhouse plants, sweeping and mopping, cleaning the shoe room, which is just right there. You take your shoes off before you enter the house, emptying the fire ash. So this is where they heat up the fire, and then the ash goes in there. Every day that has to be emptied. All right. Then if there's anything we need to know, we write it here. So this is problems while gone. So if any of the kids are acting up, we write it down here so that their mother can discipline them when she gets home. Okay, so these are the 4 different kids, and this is a system of discipline, reward, and punishment. So let's keep going. See how rustic this is? This kitchen is so beautiful. I love, when I first arrived, I noticed that immediately. Look at the ceiling. It's this beautiful wood, and the inside of the home has these stoves, these wooden table and chairs. Yeah, it's a really nice, beautiful design. This is actually where I spend a lot of time because I enjoy cooking. On Christmas, I cooked a full meal for the family, 11 people, and I was in the kitchen for 8 hours. It was crazy. I often come here in the evenings as well to prepare food for everyone because that's one of the hardest things for their mother because she's busy, so she doesn't have time to cook meals for them every day. So that's what I've been doing. So that's like 2 hours of work in the evening. Okay, so let's keep moving. When the kids get home, it's crazy. Like, they just run into the house and they throw their jackets everywhere, and then it's just madness. So we're trying to discipline them. Okay, let's go up the windy staircase. Here you have a nice view of the property. You can see who's coming. Okay. All right, this is the living room.
Okay.
This is the huge sofa where the kids often come and chill out.
Yeah.
Again, a really nice view of the outside. Okay. And the Christmas tree, because they celebrate Christmas on January 7th here in Serbia. So we had our little Christmas party, but they're going to have another one, the second Christmas. Okay, that's over here. Yeah, so there's a lot of windows, so no matter where you are in the house, you can kind of always spy on the neighbors, which I think is a huge benefit because I'm nosy. All right, let's go into the kids' room. I hope you're ready for this. It's going to be a little messy. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this is the boys' room. As you can probably see, boys are crazy. But look at the design of this house. It's gorgeous. And, you know, I can definitely imagine myself one day living in a house like this. Oh, electricity just went out. So there's this problem that started yesterday with the electricity. Sometimes the machines can knock the electricity off. Wow, look at this. This is amazing. These are all shells and stones from the beach. I wonder if the kids made that. I'll have to ask them when they get back. Okay, so anyway, down here we have, oh, no lights. Yeah, no electricity. All right. This is where Devang often gets taken down by the oldest boy, Mate, who loves to play table tennis. So this is where you will often see Devang playing with Mate. I'll see if you can get some footage of that. Yeah. So this house is really big. If you include the basement, it's 4 stories. It's huge. This is like where we will take our showers. In here, it's storage. A lot of storage is required when you have so many people. And this is the deep freezer. Oh yeah, this is where I found the cherries the night I made cherry pie. I was thinking today I might try to make something with the plums. I don't know if you guys have ever had like plum cobbler, but it's amazing. So we'll see if I'm feeling in the mood. You know, cooking is an art. That's how I see it. If you don't like it, then it's a chore. If you enjoy it, it's an art. And for me, that's exactly how it is. I paint with food. Okay, over there is the guest house. The guest house is really cool. And tomorrow, actually, there's a family coming to stay here. But sadly, Devang and I will be leaving tomorrow because we have other places to go. We have a New Year's Eve party with our friends. It's a house party. All right, let's go say hi to Devang. See what he's doing. Chances are he's working because he's always working.
मैं कोई बोतल से निकला हुआ भूत हूँ कि एक के बाद एक काम देते जा रहे हो.
Knock, knock, knock. Hey. It's the Human Who Travels audience.
There's the Human Who Travels video right here on the screen.
Oh
What's up,
God.
guys?
Crazy. Are you still sleeping?
Yeah.
Pathetic.
What are you doing here? Let's have a look. So Devang is always editing, you guys, like 24/7. He stays up until 2 in the morning doing these edits. He's committed. Yeah, so this is our room. We have a top bed, bottom bed. We have our own bathroom. And again, another window. So anyway, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this tour, and we've really enjoyed being here with the family. We've learned a lot, and it's been a nice break from the hectic travel that we were doing up to this point. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time on another episode of Human Who Travels.